have a good angle? You can see everyone?
I've got to step back pretty far.
You gotta squeeze it. You want to announce it? Andy, you want to announce it? Just, oh, can we all just squeeze in a little bit? Check, check, 1, 2. All right. Everyone hear me?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, Queens. Good morning. Oh, it's afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. Good afternoon, Queens. No, I need one more time. Good afternoon, because we're here in the heart of the district to support a leader and a champion that we know will deliver results, because we don't need to talk about idealism. We need to see idealism in our communities. So we're here in the district. So good afternoon, Queens. My name is Clifford Tamprosa, and we're a community. We're multi-ethnic, we're intergenerational, and we're supporting a candidate, a leader for re-election, who we know will deliver promises and investments into our community. And that man and that leader is Councilmember ShekarJACKSON, who has done an amazing job in the halls of City Council to support our thriving multi-ethnic and diverse coalition and community behind us. Again, a democracy that not just works for the few, not just works for the many, but works for all of us. And this is a testament of the support that he's built and the promises he's made and delivered into this community. So we have a great list of speakers behind us who are going to be representative and giving powerful messages about their communities and why they support Councilmember ShekarJACKSON. So to start off, though, I did want to microphone to Antonio Alfonso Jr. if where's he at? Right here. He's a political director of Queens County Democrats.
Thank you, Cliff. Are we fired up? Yeah. Come on, we're fired up. Let's go. Listen, we got 8 days until elections hit. We got 8 more days to talk to our neighbors, to talk to our friends, heck, to talk to our enemies and let them know how good ShekarJACKSON is. He's here. He's fighting for our community. Listen, I'm a Queens lifelong resident. I grew up here in Jackson Heights. I know what it means to be part of this community, and Shekar is that. He's out there fighting for us. He's fighting for our future. When hate comes to our doorsteps, Shekar's there fighting for us. When we're asking for more park space, for more open space, Shekar's there for us. And when we're asking for better affordability in housing, for protections for our healthcare workers, Shekar is there with us. Am I right? That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not about me. This is about Shekar. Shekar, thank you for what you're doing. Keep it going. We're here behind you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Cliff, I'll give it back to you.
Thank you, and thank you, Antonio. So again, a leader that legislates not through a singular perspective, but a multi-perspective intersectional lens where he legislates on behalf understanding the empathy of the people. And to talk more about the empathy of the people and someone who's been in the district and understand the hardships and the struggles a community has been through, I'm introducing Brian Lozano, who has been a fighter in the Filipino community and in Elmhurst. Shout out Homecoming New York.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. My name is Brian Lozano, and I am an Elmhurst native. I grew up literally 6 blocks away from here. I moved back to Elmhurst during the pandemic to start an organization called Homecoming, which really works as a platform to help local restaurants by storytelling, by hosting tours and family dinners to bring people back into this neighborhood. Because me and my friends realized that during the pandemic, our restaurants, our local restaurants that have been, a staple of these neighborhoods were in danger. And on top of that, I also work at an organization called Perscolis, building classrooms right here on Queens Boulevard with the idea of expanding tech training to get underserved New Yorkers jobs in technology. And I did a lot of these things because I grew up here as a first-generation immigrant, and these are the kind of programs and things that I wish I had growing up. And that's what we do, right? We solve our problems. And I'm here really, really excited to support an incredible advocate and our representative of this neighborhood, Councilmember ShekarJACKSON. And let's give him a round of applause, let's go. And he has taught me so much about my work in this community, especially 2 things. 1, you cannot be passive about this work that we do in communities. And 2, you have to do things in collaboration. I think I speak for a lot of first-generation immigrants that we come from a generation of parents, especially small business owners, that is all about protecting our own, creating silos, going toward progress, but because of an inherent culture of safety, we don't advocate for our communities. We don't do more than what we do when we have in our small little slivers of the American experience. And I say that is a false assumption of the American experience. Our parents did the best they could in the time they had, but we can't be like that. We have to advocate, we have to do more, and I think Shaker is a perfect embodiment of that, okay? So this is really important. We cannot be passive in solving the problems of our communities, and we cannot be passive in our support and incredible advocate of Shekar Krishna. So early voting has started. Let's get out there and let's make it happen for our community. Let's go Elmhurst, let's go Queens forever.
I like that, Queens forever, Queens forever. Queens is the future. And so we have another amazing leader lined up who actually I just recently met, I think, but they have been friends for a very long time. She's been an advocate for voting rights. She's been an advocate for the growing Thai community. Shout out to Little Thailand, right along the ways down that street over there. So introducing a transformative leader to talk about a transformative legislator, we're gonna introduce Brianna Sia. She's a huge community leader in the Thai community and a great longtime friend of all of us here.
Everyone, let's hear it for Shaker! Woo! Set the energy up. Thanks again for having me. Sawadee-ka. My name is Brianna Sia, and I am so proud to be a constituent of this district and to support Shaker. One of the most meaningful and impactful moments of my life happened last September when I went to Little Thailand Way on Woodside Avenue. Growing up, my family called Woodside Avenue Little Bangkok, actually. And I showed up to Little Thailand Way for the renaming ceremony of the street. And for me, it was the largest gathering of Thais I've seen in Queens in a long time. And I was surrounded by my community where we were dancing, we were eating our food, and we finally felt visible because we had a leader in the community that recognized that Thai Americans are the fastest growing one of the fastest growing Asian communities in New York City. We are more than just Thai food. We have a rich and robust culture, and we are organizing in our community. We are telling our stories, and with the support of Shaker and the renaming a Little Thailand Way, we are bringing more business and more attention to the Thai community. And so I am so proud to be here supporting someone that has recognized the importance of our community for a long time and will continue to do so. We'll continue to fight for the rights of Thai New Yorkers, whether it be affordable housing for immigrant families, whether it be supporting our businesses. And so encourage you all to go out, early vote. We need to vote for Shaker so we can continue not only having visibility, but actually support in city council for our communities. Thank you all again, and thank you, Shaker. Woo!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So introducing our next leader. I've seen her around when she followed me on Instagram, and she has been doing tremendous work. And it's amazing to see how much youth voices are supporting Councilmember Shekar Krishnan today, and will continue to support him. So to introduce an amazing and budding leader, I want to introduce Amira Ismail. She's a leader in the MENA community and does a lot of tremendous advocacy work. To talk more on behalf of Shaker.
Hey everyone, as you heard, my name is Amira Ismail. I'm 17 years old. I'm Egyptian. I'm Palestinian, right? And with that, I live in Woodside, so I'm not in the district, unfortunately. But what I am, I come here literally almost every week, right? Why? You got 74th Street right here, one of the best foods in Queens, right? You have Little Thailand, right? So Shaker has literally done everything, and when our communities, when our businesses were under attack, who was the first to be there on the ground? Shaker, right? A lot of politicians, you don't see them on the ground. You don't, right? You only see them in their offices or whatever. He's actually on the ground and supporting us and supporting our community. With me, I grew up. I started getting involved into local politics when I was 14 years old, and literally the best things I saw was electeds, right? Actually getting to meet them, getting to meet the people who are representing me, right? And with that, I remember Shaker when he was running in 2021, and honestly seeing his campaign flourish, I was amazed. And honestly, the MENA community is really proud of you and really proud of what you've done for us. We do live, in little Egypt and Steinway, but we're honestly everywhere. You could find us anywhere and everywhere. And we honestly just need more representatives that will fight for us and will fight for more minorities. So thank you, Shaker, and go out and early vote.
Early voting, everyone. It's happening all across this week. And so introducing our next leader, they're an amazing community. I think they have done great to mobilize and to engage their community, to lift up their community from the immigrant communities to young college students. They have been growing. And so the Nepali community who lives right here across this district, introducing a leader who's been amazing, Deepak Chaudhary, who is representative of the Nepali community today. Say a few words, my brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let's give a shout out to Shekar Krishna. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deepak Chaudhary. I represent Nepali youth and Nepali community here. We are in support of Shekar Krishna. Shekar Krishna is the person who has represented us, who has recognized us. There was no way like Nepal would get the street naming without Shekar Krishna. So there is Tenzing Norgay Way that was in support of Shekar Krishna. So we are so proud here. There are hate incidents happening in our neighborhood. There are homelessness still going on in our neighborhood. So we need to unite each other and work together and vote for Shekar Krishna. So I would like to request everyone to let's get out and vote for Shekar Krishna. Thank you.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. Thanks, brother. So following to the flow of that action, I think in the larger aspect, the South Asian community is thriving in this part. You have folks who are from Sri Lanka, from Pakistan, from India. You have folks from Bangladesh, from Nepal, and a community and an organization and a leader who's been bringing all these folks together to talk about real power and power to the people is Somnath. He's the New York State Director of the South Asians for America, and he's here to say a few words as well.
Thank you, Cliff. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Somnath Ghimre, and also the Alliance of South Asian American Labor Union National Vice President just appointed. And we, Asal, were the first one to endorse Shekar Krishna in his first election 2 years ago. And we are again endorsing, Asal is again endorsing Shekar Krishna to re-elect in City Council District 25. I am Nepali American. I live in Woodside, but Jackson Heights, where the Shekar is there, but it's not my district. But again, we are there for you, Shekar, because Shekar has been helping our community to uplift in each and every issues that we raise. Co-naming street on Tenzing Norgay Way, and also we are proposing Shekar Krishna in his second term that to declare International Mount Everest Day in the City Council. Let's give a big applause on Shekar's leadership, and we are there for you, Shekar, as always. We have been working like almost 17 volunteers from our organization for Shekar, knocking door, phone banking, and also SAFA, South Asian for America. I'm the New York State Director as well, and we are there for you, Shekar. In any forms you need, we are there for you. Let's re-elect Shekar Krishnan in the City Council, and let's work together. Unity in diversity is bring peace, prosperity, and harmony. Let's go everyone. Let's get out and vote. Let's get out and vote Shekar Krishnan for District 25 City Council member again. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you for your leadership as well, Cliff.
Thank you. And I promise we're almost done. We have about one more speaker left, but I would be very remiss if I did not acknowledge two leaders who could not make it today. Shanya Chaudhary, who, in full transparency, he tours ACL playing rugby. He's a great friend, and he is in support. And Tenzin Damdul, who could not be here today to provide the support of the Tibetan community. So before we introduce the last speaker, we want to reiterate one more key thing about Councilmember ShekarJACKSON, right? We're here as a community, and you can put this and print this. We're a multi-ethnic, intergenerational community where when the powers might be are trying to sow division and isolation amongst us, we are rallying together as a diverse coalition, a diverse API and MENA community to support and to fight for the housing crisis too goddamn high, when the healthcare crisis is too goddamn high, when salaries are not livable and the wages and the most marginalized and disenfranchised do not have an opportunity to thrive, when you Americans and you immigrants and migrant workers and those who are undocumented do not have the opportunity to thrive. Councilmember ShekarJACKSON has been a fighter in City Hall for the most hyper-local issues. And to talk more about that and who brought so many of these folks out into the community, I want to introduce a great friend in the Chinese community, Yi Andy Chen, who's going to say the last few words before I introduce the one and only Councilmember ShekarJACKSON.
All right. Hello, District 25. We feel like campaigning again, right? But this time we do it for quick. Councilmember questioner. My name is Andy Chen. I used to be living here for 17, 19 years. I came here to this district when I was 13 years old. This time, early voting already started by, really asking all your friends and family really to come out to supporting the re-election for Councilmember ShekarJACKSON. Probably many of you having the question why I'm here today, right? I'm here today really to supporting ShekarJACKSON for his re-election. And for this past year and a half, we all see that his bold and effective leadership that really making our voice heard in the City Hall. Especially this district, District 25, which is the most diverse district. I would say probably in the whole country, that's the hardest job in whole City Hall. We can see that he passing very important legislation in City Hall, also bringing his voice and listen to the audio community member in every corner of the street. This is the type of leadership that we have to support. And I'm also very proud and honored to be here, really to say I am supporting and endorse ShekarJACKSON for his re-election for next council member for District 25 again. And allow me to say some few words in Mandarin and FJ dialect too. 我们今天站在这边呢，所有呢是支持我们的ShekarJACKSON，他现在是现任的市议员，是我们所有的 Elmhurst 跟加上海这边现任的市议员。所以呢，这个区呢也是我们所有大部分华裔在这边呢有5万的华裔在这边居住的，很多的我们所有的华裔居住在这边都是从这边开始的。所以我希望呢，你们现在开始，今天开始呢已经提早投票开始了，就希望你们今天回去之后，到下个礼拜6月27号，如果可以的话，打电话给你们所有的亲戚的朋友，告诉他们，现在我们在25区，我们需要支持我们的ShekarJACKSON继续连任在我们的市议员。那我们之后呢，所以我们这边有小商业需要他的时候，我们的学校的资源、教育的问题需要他的时候，他可以站出来为我们去发声。那很多时候你们都知道，在前2年，我跟他一起在竞选这位市议员。那所以很多时候你们讲说，为什么今天我站出来支持他？因为看到说呢，他可以为我们做事情，这是非常简单的一条的道理。所以希望告诉我们所有的朋友，像前2年一样，告诉我们所有的支持者、我们的邻居、我们的家人，告诉他们，我们一起出来继续支持我们的ShekarJACKSON，继续连任，就我们25区的市议员，好不好 ？So without further ado, let me just closing by really making a phone call to all your friends and family, really come out to vote, not just you voting for ShekarJACKSON, but also calling your friends, right? Knocking on the door. We'll see all this United Sisters group right here. They've been doing an amazing job. Are really, getting out the vote. They got over 500 votes right here. And also to recognize the President Chen from the Fujian Association and a lot of members from our Chinese American community that we started, our lives here in Elmhurst area, over 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago. I really, love this district. And let's, bring the victory again, June 27, re-elect ShekarJACKSON again for the council member for District 25. Thank you.
Appreciate that, appreciate that. Now, without further ado, again, we are a diverse community coalition made up of the Nepali, Tibetan, the Bangladeshi, the Thai, the Filipino, the Chinese communities, the MENA communities, and no one needs to say anymore. We've heard it for the past 30 minutes and all these amazing leaders. So introducing to the floor and to the stage of our community who will disrupt and create a new system that works for all of us here. We want to introduce Councilmember ShekarJACKSON to the podium today. Appreciate you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Are we fired up? Are we ready to go? Are we fired up? Are we ready to go? All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. So nice to see you all. I'm Councilmember ShekarJACKSON, here representing our district of Elmhurst and Jackson Heights, and soon a bit of Woodside as well. But it's so nice to be here. And I first want to say a big thank you to, there's so many individuals who have made today possible, in particular to Cliff. Thank you for all your work organizing today, for bringing up all your powerful words and bringing everyone out too. Thank you so much to Andy for your moving words too. It means a lot to me to have us here together and to have your support as well and all that you're doing to organize everyone here. To so many, all the different groups here, the Fujanese Association, to our Nepali community, to our United Sisters, to all our youth who are here too. I am full of gratitude. And I look around, and the truth is, when I see each and every one of you, I see the coalition that we have all built together to make sure that our voices are heard at City Hall. The truth is, I draw my inspiration and energy from each and every one of you. And I am so proud to be standing here because of your support as the first Indian American ever elected to our New York City Council in the city's history. Which means for me, especially representing our incredible communities of Elmhurst and Jackson Heights, where, as Andy said too, over 167 different languages are spoken, I feel the personal responsibility to make sure that we, our parents, our grandparents, our children, are finally seen and finally heard by city government. And so whether it's working with each of you here, as we've done, to make sure our small businesses get the support they need. When we had our state controller and our small business commissioner, the first Korean American as a small business commissioner, come to visit our API-owned businesses to see how he can help when there's times of need, to make sure our immigrant-owned businesses get the support they need. That matters to me. When it's to make sure that we are getting services from city government in our languages, whether it's in our schools, whether it comes to healthcare, and making sure that everyone has access to culturally responsive and language accessible healthcare. Because these things, we can talk about healthcare and housing, public benefits, but they all won't matter unless they're reaching our communities. And that means the needs that we have as Asian American communities must be heard by City Hall and must be translated into actual help for us on the ground in our neighborhoods. And I will not rest until we have that. And whether it's fighting for legislation, like making Lunar New Year a school holiday. Yeah! That's right. Making Diwali a school holiday. Yeah! Or whether it's fighting to make sure the streets in our community, as the chair of our Parks Committee, reflect the history of our Asian American communities. Whether it's Little Thailand Way on Woodside Avenue, as Brianna said, or whether it's Bangladesh Street on 73rd Street, or Tenzing Norgay Sherpa Way by the Sherpa Temple. This is how we make sure that our community's history is always remembered, that we left a permanent impact on the landscape and the history of New York City. And so that's the work that we'll continue to do together. With each and every one of you by my side, the truth is this has always been a people-powered campaign. And as I fight alongside so many here, seniors, our youth, our taxi workers, our small businesses, it's you all that push me forward. And I think that that message is so important, especially given our rally today on Juneteenth, where we remember that the fight for racial justice, the fight for Black lives, the solidarity between our Black and Asian communities and our Black, brown, and Asian siblings, that we do this work together, and that we cannot advance as a community unless all of us advance as a community. And it's that intergenerational, interracial, multi-ethnic, multilingual coalition that this campaign represents. And together, that's the work that we'll continue to do. So from the bottom of my heart, the truth is, thank you to each of you for making sure that we have made history in this council district and that we will do so again. And I want to give a big, big shout out also and thank you to our campaign manager, Jess Montgomery, who's here as well, who is making sure that we are out there every day knocking on doors, voting sites. We'll be at the election day sites. We're doing phone calls to voters. We are making sure that the message of this campaign, that we fight for our future, we fight for our future together. That's the work that we're doing now. So please join the cause, come out, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. Early voting is happening right now. I was just at the poll sites this past weekend. Jess was out there today. We'll be there every day. And election day is coming up. So all of your support to reach every single neighbor and voter. That's what gets this done. That's what it means to be grassroots, right? Because all the legislation, all the work that we do at City Hall, yeah, that really matters. But more important than that is how can we make sure that everyone in our communities feels that their lives have been made even better in a measurable way by the work that we're doing. And that starts from right here. That's what this campaign has always been about. So let's get out there, let's knock on doors, let's make phone calls, let's cover all the poll sites on election day. Let's bring our community out again and show that when we fight for our future, we fight for our future together. And that our Asian American coalition, our interracial coalition, our multilingual and multi-generational coalition is strong and growing stronger every day. That is why we'll make history once again in this council district and in New York City. So thank you all so much. Let's do this together. Are we fired up? Are we ready to go? Are we fired up? Are we ready to go? All right. Thank you all so much. Let's get this done, everyone. Onwards to victory.
Appreciate. Wait, we need folks to sign up. Sign up for the poll sites, actually. So just then sign up, folks, for the poll site as well. So please stick around for just 2 minutes. Put your name in. Hour, 2 hours, phone banking, whatever it is. It's important. It's the little things that matter when we're trying to change the world out here, right?
And lastly, I want to also recognize the President Weeping from the Asian American Coalition. They all the community patrol team started doing the pandemic in Flushing, and really they're doing a lot, keeping the community safe and delivering food and allowing needs for the seniors of community. So just thank you for being here. Lastly, little tip before we're leaving today, just before you leave today, taking a picture with Shaker, right? Talk about him for next weeks till 27, right? Talk about Shaker over breakfast, lunch, dinner, right? Talk about him, post it everywhere, social media, talk about this. Every vote matters, every vote counts. OK， 那最后呢，我们走之前呢，我希望大家呢，所以我们在这边走之前跟他拍个照。那接下来就跟我们身边的亲戚朋友，所以我们能认识的人告诉他们呢，接下来 Elmhurst 跟Jackson Heights 这边呢，第25区，我们需要投票给他，支持他连任为继续下一任的市议员，在这边25区。那这边呢，我刚刚讲过的，作为我们华人居住这边呢，接近5万的华人居住在我们就在25区，所以希望大家呢，接下来我们能打电话的打电话，那能告诉你们邻居的邻居，就是接下来现在提早投票已经开始了，那接下来到27号都可以投票，好不好？谢谢。
Hi everyone. So I have a sign-up sheet for those who want to volunteer for the election day. If you can just put your name and phone number down, and then we'll follow up with details.
那接下来我们这边呢有一个表格，那接下来呢我们谁可以帮忙打电话的，或者说接下来在投票那天呢那几天可以帮忙的，我们不管说接下来是半个小时也好，还是1个小时都好，那我们呢可以登记一下，帮个忙， 那我们能拉出呢每一票呢都是至关重要的，好不好？谢谢。
所以你把这个中文的给一个，中文的给一个。
像要转发过来给我。
对，一会儿弄完了给你。
OK。
好热呀。